Okay, so what's the next good point?
Range test.
So I pick one.
Yeah.
And what is, Viewers, welcome back to Beyond Photography. We are fast becoming the channel that has reviewed the most microphone, especially wireless microphone. And this video is a full review of Saramonic's latest Blink500 ProX B2 wireless microphone. Okay, before we start with the good points, bad points that this channel is famous for, let me go through with you what you can find straight out from the box of the Blink500 ProX B2. You're gonna get one RX receiver and two transmitter, one charging carrying case, two lavalier microphone with foam windshield, and two furry windshields. Wow, two foams and two furry dead cats. Wow, that's pretty cool. You have a TRS to TRRS cable to use for smartphone, and then the 3.5 TRS to TRS audio cable for camera, mirrorless, DSLR, one Type-C charging cable, one warranty card, one user manual. And here's the good point. Good point number one, a beautiful, stylish, streamlined case. I have seen a lot of cases in my life reviewing wireless microphone and using wireless microphone. This has to be the coolest. This is solid. This is not one of those, you know, we always get those like plasticky, foamy type, soft type. This looks really solid. See that? And housed within here, you have the TX, RX, TX. And here's the fascinating thing about this case. Not just is beautiful. When you pop this up in a full set, all the microphone turns on now. You must be wondering, like, why doesn't this turn on? This is so well thought of because I am using one of the transmitter and the camera guy has the receiver. So if this turns on, it's going to be chaotic. So this doesn't turn on. But on the full set, when you pop this lid, it turns on. And then you have this LED light to indicate the battery status. And here's the USB-C charging port at the back. And here's one of the coolest part. Most of the microphone that I know, the charging case charges. Fair, I give them that. But this one has a built-in battery of 3000 mAh, which means that it can charge all the three mics all at one go, twice over. I still remember that I bought this made in Australia wireless microphone, which I'm not going to mention the brand. The problem with this is that I still need to buy the dead cat, the foam shield, and the microphone, the wireless microphone separately, and it doesn't even come with a good, decent charging case. Now, like all microphones that's produced by Saramonic, it's full. You get it all in fact, they give you two cases, all in one package. And good point number two, the OLED screen. The LED screen here is OLED, which makes it easy to see. Look at it. It even has an indicator that this is B unit and I'm wearing the A unit. I don't know if I can use the normal LED screens anymore on microphone. Look at it, so beautiful. And since we are talking about the screen, this is an add-on to the good point number two. The receiver unit has an LED that displays all the information. We can see whether channel A is connected, channel B is connected, the signal strength, the battery strength. At the same time, we'll know whether it's muted or not. That's a lot of information, which means that all you need to do is look at the screen, and at the same time, you can see that the audio bar from two of the transmitter. And seeing that it's being muted is important because talents, more often than not, accidentally muted and you won't know. Good point number three, this is important. Wireless microphones these days are really small. And the problem with this is that they run out of battery. Maybe you film like 8 to 10, 12 hours a day, they run out of battery. Okay, given I do not want to use a bigger microphone now. And here's the problem, most of the microphones that I use, if they run out of juice and you use a power bank to charge them, and most of them have a USB port, you cannot turn on the mic. This one, the Blink500 ProX, can be charged and used at the same time, which means that the talent can have the power bank in one pocket, charge the transmitter, and you're still good to go. No more downtime. I still remember that we work with talent, we tell them, oh, go take, 30 minutes because we need to charge the microphone. Okay, so what's the next good point?
Range test.
Are we serious? Every time we're doing a microphone review and you guys expect me to do a range test, why can't somebody else do it?
Ah, I knew you would say that. Give him the straws.
So I pick one.
Yeah.
And what is,
Now one has an indicator. Up. Great. Don't need to go.
yes! You mean another producer has to do it?
Yep.
Lucky you, Andrew. I did not sign up for this when I joined work here, but yeah, I'll do it anyways because you're paying my salary. Right, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 meters, so I'll just continue walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 meters. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 meters right now, so I'll just continue walking. 7, 8, 9, 10. 40 meters. I see that we have a audio drop, so I'll just hold the mic this way to favor the camera. Right. 7, 8, 9, 10. 50 meters, so I'll just continue walking. 7, 8, 9, 10. 60 meters. I'll continue walking. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 70 meters. Right, I'll continue walking. 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 80 meters right now. Right, I'll continue walking. 7, 8, 9, 10. 90 meters. Right, I'll just come back, I'll just walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The next good point. More frequently, we see this port here, this jack here, takes in a microphone. But this is pretty interesting. It takes in a line in, and it also takes in a microphone, which means that you can plug in a lavalier microphone at the same time. If you want to transmit from your iPod, you can do the same. Just stick a TRS cable to this. So in short, this is a dual function jack that you have. Next good point, the Blink500 ProX B2 now has an improved battery life that can pull off 10 hours. And not only that, if 10 hours is not enough and your producers and director work your ass, you can still connect it to a power bank and continue filming. I'm glad I don't have to do 10 hours reviews. Next good point is really easy to use. Open the case, all the mics are ready to use. Of course, you can see this now because I'm using one of the microphones. So the audio that you're listening to since the beginning of the video is connected to the Blink500 ProX B2. Now, easy to use is when you take this out. It's not too big, it's not too small. I kind of like microphones that are not too small these days. They are annoying to clip and easy to lose. So if you look at this, the on button is the mute button as well. And then you have a simple button for positive that's telling you that you can increase the volume, and then it's just, there are only 3 buttons. And one of the most interesting things is that you don't need to mess around with a lot of settings. I just still remember that we used the Sennheiser mic last time that has so many things in there. You need to pay, you need to put the IR together and a pilot tone and all that. I don't even need to know. I don't even want to know. The microphones these days, like the Blink500, is just so easy. Turn it on, plug in the mic, and you're good to go. You just have to figure out where to hide your lavalier microphone, that's all. And speaking about hiding microphones and your lavalier capsule mics, you might want to watch this video as well. The next good point, Saramonic came a long way. I still remember that when we started buying audio equipment, Saramonic didn't even exist. And throughout the years, they've improved so much and created so many good, affordable microphones, which means that you can get accessories, parts, cables, anything. Buy them, plug them in, ready to use. So the good people at Saramonic and the engineers there, you guys Okay, at Beyond Photography channel, a review is not a review. Could you hear? Okay, a review is not a review unless it has bad points. Right? Bad point number one, this microphone does not come with any filters. It doesn't cut away noise. In fact, some of the brands these days have this low cut filter that cut away all these low humming noise filters. This one doesn't have any. But like I was saying, did you hear the aircon's pump go off just now?
No, didn't hear.
Despite the fact that it has no filters, you still don't hear it? Most of the time we can hear, right? And I have to stop talking.
Yep.
Okay, so bad point number one, you don't have a filter. Perhaps you don't need a low pass filter. So if you're wondering what is low pass filter, low sounds are bassy sound. These are normally machineries that transmit sound over the distance. So these are low sound. So low cut filter will cut away all this low noise. So that's why it's called low cut. Or it's called a high pass filter. High sound passes through. Low sound doesn't pass through. So remember, low cut filter is almost the same as high pass filter. And high cut filters cut away trebly sound, and then it's a low pass filter. Either way, the Blink500 doesn't have it because maybe it just went off again, right? Did you hear?
No.
Okay, you be the judge. Our aircon in the studio has a motor that drains away all the water, and most of the time when it goes on, I have to stop talking. Right? Bad point number two, for a microphone so well built, it doesn't have safety track. What is safety track? When you're recording audio, some microphones offer the option where you can record it. There you go again. The aircon. Okay, back to safety track. Some microphones these days allow you to record an additional track which you can use as a backup in case that it's speaking. So most of them allow you to have a -5 or 6 decibel cut as a safety track. In fact, some brands even allow you to stick in a TF card to the transmitter unit. So this doesn't have any. So if you're going to use this mic, you better damn sure you be a pro. So find these 2 points valid, but I had to find out why. Even though not all microphones in the market have these 2 features of low cut filter and also the safety track, I had to reach out to Saramonic to find out why is such a well-designed microphone not including these features. And I found out as I expected. Number one, this is to keep costs down. Because if you look at, example, the Blink500, it does have the low cut filter, and that is targeted for more live usage. So every microphone out there in the market, especially the way that Saramonic designed this, is targeted for a specific group of users. And if you put things in there which you don't need, and you're gonna make things more expensive. And here's the point. Yichong, let me ask you this. How many times do we use low cut filter?
Never.
Never, all right? Now here's the thing that I know we never use. The safety track, we never do. The point is this, monitor your audio like how you're supposed to monitor your audio. You always look at the indicators. You're gonna be fine. Why put in things that's gonna inflate the cost simply because other people are doing it, right? You know, being a decent channel, we try to give you as many bad points as I can. This may not be relevant to you, but I find this as a bad point as a reviewer or from a branding aspect. Generation 1 is called Blink500, and then Generation 2 is called Blink500 Pro. And then you have Generation 3, which is Blink500 ProX. And then you have the Blink500 ProX B1, which is 1 transmitter, 1 receiver. And then you have the Blink500 ProX B2, which is 2 transmitter and 1 receiver. So the name can be awkwardly confusing, but hey, you're not a reviewer, so don't worry about it. And I know if you're watching this video, you probably, you know what I don't like? Doing a review with a brand name that is too long. Thank God it's not called Saramonic Blink500 X2VF6 J2. You know which brand is famous for doing stuff like that? Sony. Sony is just famous for that. AW2FH. I mean, engineers. Can you just stick to engineering and don't engineer the names for marketers? You could have just called it Saramonic Blink500 Star All right, at this point, you're probably wondering like, what's the price of the Blink500 ProX B2? Now, here's the thing. Saramonic reached out to us a few weeks ago and asked us that, hey, you have always been reviewing our mic and you review them fairly. And what I like about this brand is never once do they tell us what to say. That's like journalists going up to an interview and then you get to write whatever you want. It's like the epitome of ethics. And that's what Saramonic, if you guys are watching this, you guys are doing it correctly. Send us the microphone, we do the review. You don't need to tell us what to do. And here's the thing. I don't know the price. It'd be great if you send us great new products but then tell us the price. So looking at the price, I would presume that the Blink500 ProX B2 would be slightly more. Unless it's made by Apple, which is like twice the price when you have a new version. All right, verdict time. What do I think of this microphone? 5-star being full. I can tell you this. I was fascinated by the case. I was fascinated by the size. I was fascinated by the clean, crisp screen. And what's even more fascinating, from the aspect and the view of the camera operator or the audio operator, I can see everything. If you mute me, I'll know. If I have no signal coming in, I know. That itself wins everything. And one more point that I really like about it, you can charge it while you use it, which means that in the back pocket, I can stick a power bank to it and charge it. My only gripe is that it doesn't have filters and no safety track. And to be honest with you, the geniuses that I work with, they don't use either of this. So if you ask me what I think of this product overall, I'm going to give it something rare. It's not a 5-star, but it's not a 4-star. I would say a 4.5, which is something I've never given to any product before. There's only one thing left. Yi Chong, tell me what you think.
I'm pretty impressed. I would possibly give it a 5.
Wow. We seldom give brands 5, right? There's only one time that we give 5 to everybody in the studio gave it 5. That was a light. So that's it. If you're looking for a microphone that's easy to use, that can last you a long time, from beginner to pro, and still make you look cool, Blink500 ProX B2. And if budget is a concern, you don't need 2 transmitters, then get the B1. So the difference is B1 is 1 transmitter, 1 receiver, B2, 2 transmitter, 1 receiver. So viewers, thanks for watching. Don't forget, head on to the description and then check out the product and also perhaps get one.
You don't need to do long.
I don't need to do. Okay, so somebody else is doing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.